The president of Senegal, Faye, who is a good friend of Ibrahim Traore, has betrayed so many Africans after saying that Africans cannot go forward without the help of the West. This is something that most of Africans are against it. This is something that most of Africans are not happy with it. You, as the president of Africa, how can you come out and say that Africans cannot work together without the support of the West? Yes, when you come here in Africa, you are saying that we as Africans need to be united, and you are saying that Ibrahim Traore is doing an amazing work while you are trying to fight imperialism and neocolonialism, but you are the one in forefront praising those West. That is something that has made a lot of conflicts here in Africa. Most of Africans are very ashamed with whatever that Faye said yesterday during his speech. I'm going to unveil to you whatever that Ibrahim Traore, the president of Burkina Faso, has decided to tell Faye the time that he said like that. On our next story is that the president of Equatorial Guinea son has been arrested after being found in connection of selling their international airport, that he has been working with foreign people so that he can sell international airport in Guinea for them. This is something that has shocked the whole world. A president electing his own son to be his own deputy, yet the son is coming out and wants to sell the airport, and he started to sell it a little by a bit little, something that has been unveiled today. And the president of Equatorial Guinea is one in forefront that needs to be corrected, and that is someone that needs to be step down. And the person that wanted to overthrow him was his own son. His own son was the one that was planning on a way that he can come back and overthrow the government of his own father, something that his father has decided to arrest him and put him behind bars. On our today news, I'm going to unveil to you whatever that is currently happening here in Africa concerning the president of Senegal, Faye, together with the president of Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traore, who have cut ties not to work together after what Faye did to African head of state. Hello guys. Welcome on our today news on whatever that is currently happening in Africa. We are going to unveil to you whatever that is currently happening concerning Equatorial Guinea, Burkina Faso, and Senegal, where the president of Senegal, Faye, came out and said that Africans cannot run without the support of the West. That is the whole truth. Even though Africans decide to come together and work together, they cannot go anywhere without help of the West. Something that has made so many Africans to be very annoyed. Remember that Faye was the first in forefront being humiliated in the United States of America. He came out and he was humiliated thoroughly. Right now he's coming in and praising someone that was in forefront, humiliating him. This is something that most of Africans are very disappointed. This is something that most of Africans are very annoyed. Why are you bringing Africans down by supporting those people that are fighting him? Ibrahim Traore has came out and said that he has cut ties with Faye, and there is no day that is going to work with the president of Senegal ever and ever, after saying that about African head of state. Africans head of state, most of them, like 14 of them, we are talking about the president of Ghana, John Mahama, the president of Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traore, the president of Niger, Abdurrahman Chieni, the president of Mali, Assimi Goita, who they are really trying so hard to make sure that Africans are united, Africans are working together, and Africans are supporting one another. Yet Faye, who is also part of the ECOWAS, coming in and decide to escape from Ibrahim Traore and decide to support the West. This is something that most of the people are very annoyed with Faye. More so the Senegalese, saying that Faye has turned out to be a very selfish president that needs to be taken with a lot of caution and not to be trusted once again for whatever that is said about the president that are here in Africa. Faye said that most of the presidents here in Africa are very selfish. They think about themselves and they doesn't want Africans to be united, and what they should put in their mind that Africans cannot run without the support of the West. That is something that is also happening in West Africa. And now another news is that the president of Equatorial Guinea, known as Nguema, has came out and arrested his own son, claiming claiming that his own son was selling Equatorial Guinea property illegally, that he was doing things for his own self-interest. Something that the people in Equatorial Guinea are very disappointed with this president, because they were against this president the time that he was electing his own son to be his own deputy. Right now, as you are talking, the court has found the son of the president of Equatorial Guinea to be guilty and put behind bars for trying to sell the airline, the national airline in Equatorial Guinea. That is something that is happening in West Africa concerning Faye, Equatorial Guinea president, and Ibrahim Traore, who has come out and said that there is no day that is going to disappoint the people in Africa. Is going to work with them, is going to support them until you see Africa greater and bigger. This is the time that we as Africans, we need to be united. We as Africans, we need to support one another, and we need to be there for each other. If we Africans are united, there is nothing that is going to happen to us. It is time for Africans to stand up and be loving one another. It is time for Africans to be there for one another. This is whatever that the forefathers started. It is time for us to support them. It is time for us to stand with them until everything move on smoothly. It is time for us to support one another. Until next time, we'll say game over.